All Ball TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Favorite perspective. All Ball. Dame dato.
You know the drill. You know, we Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll all of the Knicks haters. You know how we do. Yeah. Listen, you know how we do. Yeah, we in the building. Let's go.
I wish I was that athletic to do the shoulder roll. That would have been a menace. I still got my ass whooped. But it's neither here nor there. Knicks rehab, baby.
Let's go.
Knicks rehab, papa. Oh, hey. Oh. When you hear that, doop,
Let's go.
doop.
Yeah.
That means someone done either swoop from the rafters, the crowd, but this time it's from under the ring. It's Sting again. Who is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we live.
Yeah.
Big Flea, never the little one. What up, fellas?
What up?
He's really Big Flea.
Voltron has officially formed. What's good?
I'm good. I got in the gym. I missed my brother this morning. I'm sorry, but I'm here. I'm ready to rock.
Let's
You
go.
ain't miss nothing. You ain't miss nothing.
We coordinated today. I don't know. Did we do this on purpose? Was this purposely done? This is just the synergy. This is just
great minds think alike, my brother.
We already know. Happy Sunday to y'all. Happy Sunday to everybody.
Let me fix my imaginary shades.
Let's
go.
We gotta get OG like the official ones, like some nice ones, fits his fake, all that. Oh, it gotta have some OG on the side, all ball on the other side. Like we gotta get him some fly shit. Word.
All Ball OG sounds crazy.
Just saying.
All Ball, the jerseys with All Ball and the OG in the
on the back? What? What are we talking about?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Y'all. Love my brothers.
What up?
What we all doing? Well, we're gonna tell you what's up. Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. I sort of commented on this morning. Actually, I didn't. I'm sorry. We commented on it the other day about breaking the bank. Jalen Brunson says the teammate's gonna break the bank. Why? And this our guy, Isaiah Hartenstein. This is the message Isaiah Hartenstein left on Twitter, on IG actually, and shout out to New York basketball. They reposted it, put it on Twitter for me to see because they love me so much. Yeah, I think it's all about me, Flea.
It is.
This is Hartenstein's post in Instagram. If you don't see it on the replays, because I have to edit it out because I'm trying to get paid for every video. And by I mean we. I'm sorry.
Be formless, shapeless, like water.
You can't hear anything, right?
Water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
You can't hear nothing?
Yeah, we can hear it.
I can't hear it. Okay, I'll adjust something. Go ahead.
Yo, this your shit, OG? This your shit?
I only like that part.
Yeah.
The career's more at stake. Fuck that paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, I just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now.
Yeah.
So that's what our message was. We got to fix this up because I can't hear nothing. I'm glad you guys heard it because I didn't.
Yeah.
And this was Jalen Brunson's comment. I didn't catch this a couple of days ago. How dare you? How dare you, Jalen Brunson? Just drop these jewels.
Isaiah, but to break the bank. Isaiah, but
You
to
heard
break
him?
the bank. Isaiah, but to break the bank.
What's the context?
Isaiah, but to break the
You
bank.
can hear him though, right?
Why are you giving me this 2-second soundbite? What else did he say?
Come on, man. Even
What else
Jalen
did-
Brunson knows that Isaiah Hartenstein's about to get the bag. What you mean, Flea? Are you asking me what is the context? You want
What
some
did
more
he say?
context? Doesn't matter what he said. We have a show to run.
It
Flea.
doesn't.
Watch your mouth. Put your glasses back on, man.
My glasses is on.
This is the context, fool. New York Knicks may not afford $100 million Isaiah Hartenstein.
Good.
in free agency.
Good. I'm not paying him $25 million a year. Sorry. Bye.
Who? Sir Charles in charge. First of all, you cannot call yourself Sir Charles. Let's get this out of the way. If you can't see it, let's zoom in. Sir Charles in charge. You're a Knicks hater, Sir Charles, by default. Get out of here. Anyway, that was Michael Signs on June 1st. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Looking back at the New York Knicks playoff run, which fell one game short of the Eastern Conference Finals in 24 years, entering the playoffs as a player that perhaps was not a household name across the league, that has now changed. That will be Isaiah Hartenstein. So according to Jake Fisher, there's a growing sense that the Knicks may not be able to afford Isaiah Hartenstein in free agency this offseason, considering that he could be in line for a $100 million contract with the extensions that the Knicks have to work on from Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, and possibly even Julius Randle. It's becoming increasingly unlikely that New York will be able to give Hartenstein a big contract that he could demand on the open market. The New York Knicks may have to find a replacement for Isaiah Hartenstein, and heading into the offseason in which the Knicks will attempt to find the final piece of their championship puzzle, there's all of a sudden a growing chance that may also have to figure out how to find a replacement for Hartenstein. All right, they didn't give me any more information, but the fellas is in the building. I don't appreciate you, StreamYard. What are you doing? You ruining my flow. Yeah, there we go. What do you guys feel? We heard that news. I see all boy shaking his head. Flea was going crazy. Flea, what do you think? Because you're an yeah.
See you later, my brother. Deuces. Yeah. You gotta be kidding me. Flea, let me jump in real quick. I want everybody to get as much money as possible. One thing I've never been my whole life is a hater. I wish we all could get $25 million a year. But we have to be realistic. Hartenstein, we cannot, I'm not going to say what he's worth and what he's not worth. That's none of my, I don't want to do that. But there's no way in the world we paying Hartenstein $25 million. It's no way in the world we paying him 20. Flea said it, and I totally agree with my brother. 15 to 17 and a half, maybe 18. I think that was the first report, 4 years, 72, or a little over 72, which was reasonable. But there's no way in the world, even if we could afford it, we're not doing that. Listen, I like Hartenstein. I'm not in love with Hartenstein, pause. I like him, but like I said last live, he got exposed to me. He's very limited offensively. He's good defensively in spots. But what Embiid did to him, like my brother Flea said, with one leg and one eye, I can't forget that. I'm sorry. I cannot forget that. And we needed you to
I'm trying to hold it together.
Nah, baby. You can't just keep saying. Don't blame me. You started it. Man. You started that. One leg and one eye is nuts. He's a pirate.
We gotta watch my brother over here, man. But in all seriousness, we needed you guys to come through for one game at home against bum-ass Indiana. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to always say that. And they didn't come through. Now, once again, if Hartenstein was some of a threat, at the 3-point line, I don't even think he's averaging double digits. So for me, I get it. But we cannot afford that. We will not afford that. And I know for a fact, it's nowhere in the world. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think no one's giving him that.
That's why I disagree with you, OG. Somebody's gonna overpay for what he brings. Now, I look at us like we can't overpay for that. Like, he's a fringe starter, right? I don't think he's turned himself into a bona fide starting center in the NBA after what he did this season. He was great for us. So let me start by saying this. This is not an indictment on Isaiah Hartenstein. We loved everything that he did for us this season. Right. Mitch went down really, really early. He stepped in and played at the best of his ability, right? Battled down there in the blocks, rebounded well. I know you said he got exposed defensively against the former MVP, but throughout the entire season, he really held his own down there on the defensive end, and he was part of us being really good on the defensive end, defensive rebounding, all that kind of stuff, right? He was a part of us being a 50-win team, being a 2 seed. So it's nothing against him, but we know who you are. We know that, like you said, OG, he's limited offensively. He's a great screen setter. He's probably one of our best passers, right? He understands how to play basketball, but nothing about him, he can't stretch the floor, right? You can't put him in a position where you do throw the ball down to him in a block and say, go get us a bucket. So he's a big body, right? He's somebody out there that you can play high minutes because, he plays his ass off. But I just can't see myself getting in a position where he's a guy that's making over $20 million for us. Not for if everything was to go right for us in terms of health in our rotation, Isaiah Hartenstein wouldn't be in position to make $100 million. He just wouldn't be in position to do that if Mitch was healthy. So, he played his way into a really solid deal. I'm going to quote my brother Simon, like he always says, yo, all money ain't good money. It's not. So if you think you're going to take some money over here in Oklahoma City, if you think you're going to take some money over there in San Antonio, take some money over there in Orlando, get paid. Like you said, OG, we always want these guys to get paid. But all money ain't good money. You go over there and, you'll be a $25 million player, but you may not play. The rotation may not fit for you. You may be traded mid-season. Right? You're not the guy that somebody is going to invest in and then say, we're going to marry you and you're not going nowhere. He's never going to be in a position where he's untradeable, is what I'm saying. So I can't see us paying him $25 million knowing that we're going to have a situation with Brunson soon. We're going to have a situation with Randall soon. We're going to have a situation with a couple, we're in a situation right now with OG, right? Respectfully, Isaiah Hartenstein is the last of my worries in terms of making him a $100 million guy. I can't do it.
Damn. I think the key part to that article for me was the Knicks looking for a replacement or a championship piece. And again, I just think we're a championship team the way that we are. It'll be more expensive when we do win the championship. Everyone will look at this differently if we won the championship. I think if we went to a championship this year, we were all healthy and we won, Isaiah Hartenstein would get the $100 million. He just would.
I disagree.
From the Knicks, no. Hell no.
I disagree.
1,000%. 1,000% because your price goes up. His price already went up on this run. So imagine if they win. Now you have to deal with the competitor. He has a demand now, and the Knicks have to counter that. Also with the fact that Hartenstein jersey would have been crazy in New York. There's a lot of things that he did well. I was, what I said about him not being able to guard Embiid, but he filled in really well. He wasn't supposed to be a starter. He played the most minutes. It's not a promise for anybody to come to this team and do what he did. Josh Hart and the rest of these guys. Randall struggled, but Hartenstein, he stepped up. They found a way for him to go from, again, inside the paint, go to the top of the key, and be a dribble handoff guy, and be the best facilitator on the team. So, yeah, $100 million, we might have to pay it because guess what? 2 years from now, after this NBA contract, listen, they're already losing inside the NBA. They're losing their marbles out here. They don't care about the biggest hit show in any sports history. They don't care about that when it comes to this NBA money. Why should Hartenstein lose out? As Jalen Brunson said, he's going to break the bank. He deserves it. He deserves it. The man is out there. At the end of the day, it would be lovely for him to go, you know what? I'm going to leave $20 million on the table just to ensure that we win the championship or whatever it is. I would love that. We will all love that. But Brunson took a discount for a reason. He knows he's Tom Brady. I got to take a discount for my guys to line up in front of me and get this done.
Listen, I hear what you're saying. I respectfully and totally disagree. I don't care what y'all know Brunson's my favorite player. But no matter what he does at this point, we can't give Hartenstein $25 million a year. I'm sorry. Now, if we got past Indiana and maybe was competitive in the conference finals and they got to the finals, maybe it could have been a talk At 20, maybe, but there's no way in the world he deserves $100 million. Him at 25 a year, if I'm not mistaken, that would be more than Brunson and Randall. Am I correct or incorrect?
Randall's making, I mean, maybe close to 30, or maybe a little over 30. Randall make good money, I'm sure.
I'll check his the new extension that Brunson has, because it was definitely at 24 million.
Right.
Here, real quick, I got the link up. It was at 24 per year. You guys got to see it first. Okay, so it was at 24 a year, right? And they have like the reverse balloon effect where he's making 27, 26, then it's under 25, under 25. But the new contract, I guess, is not here on track yet. I guess it was just reported what the new contract was. It's not official for Brunson, because this is on under 2020, 25, 26. He just re-upped. Was that? I guess it's not official. He couldn't sign it.
He didn't sign the extension yet.
Yeah, he didn't sign it yet. I know there was rumblings, right, of him going to take a pay cut and things of that nature, which I love. But I pass it to Flea. My thing is, at 25, if you're not affecting the game like Dennis Rodman, and then your peer, your partner, your brother on the same team, which is damn near a foot shorter than you, dominates the game better than you on both ends of the floor and rebounding, I'm sorry, I can't. I love Hartenstein. Like Flea said, this is no knock on him. But if you're not averaging a double-double, if you're not changing the game like a rock, I can't give you 25 million. I'm sorry. He don't even average double-digit rebounds.
Yeah, it's it would be hard pressed for me to be in a position where we're paying a guy that's coming off the bench, and not the sixth man, not the energy guy, not the guy that's going to come off the bench and change the complexion of any game. He does that in other ways, but he's not a guy that's going to come off the bench and give you 20, 25 off the bench. You're like, damn, that affects the game. He's going to do little smaller things that affect winning, but not to the degree where I'm going to pay him $25 million. Like, for context, Draymond Green makes $25 million a year. And I know how all three of us feel about him, but put our personal aside, what he does on the basketball court, right? Would y'all be comfortable with him being paid the same amount as Draymond Green? And what Draymond does for Golden State, Hartenstein doesn't nearly do for us. So I wouldn't feel comfortable putting him in that class of guys making over $20 million. If he goes and gets it from somewhere, God bless him. Great. Change your life, change your family's life forever. That's awesome. But I'm talking from a fan's perspective, from a guy that loves the Knicks and not just Hartenstein. No, I don't want him to put us in a position to do that.
I'm sorry, just real quick. I'm reading the comments, and I think Fabian alluded to it, and I hear a lot of people allude to this about the money, right? Oh, and this year, next year, whatever years, and the money goes up, and just because the money goes up, it doesn't mean you have to pay the person. We don't want to lose you, but just because it's there doesn't mean I have to give it to you. Once again, we lost in the second round, Game 7, at home against the bum-ass Indiana Pacers. And I emphasize bum-ass Indiana Pacers. I hate the Pacers. So for me, I just look at it like that. Just because the money is there, that don't mean we have to give it to him. No. Once again, take a page out of Brunson book. Take a pay cut. Let's fill out this roster. Let's grow this family together. Let's create this culture. And let's try to compete and be competitive and be relevant for the next 10 years. And let's go for a championship. But there's no way in the world we can overpay him, overpay OG. Then Brunson is coming up. We're going to have to figure out Josh Hart, DiVincenzo. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So I agree with Flea. It ain't like I said, it ain't like you're going to be sixth man of the year, defensive player of the year candidate, most improved player. And once again, just for me, him not averaging double-digit rebounds is a problem for me.
I think, again, if the most IQ would have gotten in this old market was $25 million a year, Flea, all ball. Malik Monk. No, I'm sorry. Who was the kid that got not Brogdon? What's the guy that went from Boston to Portland?
Brogdon.
The 6 man. Oh, it is Malcolm
Brogdon.
Brogdon. So Malcolm Brogdon commanding the same amount, which is why Flea said, "Yo, it might be too expensive to keep IQ, right?" And at this point, who do you think was more valuable in their Knicks tenure? Isaiah Hartenstein this season or IQ during his tenure?
I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's a fair question. Only reason why I say that, bro, I think it's witty. I think it's clever. I think it's a Fabian question, right? That's the type of shit you do. But I don't think it's fair, right? Because Hartenstein got an opportunity of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? He got an opportunity of a lifetime. You feel me, bro? Like Mitchell Robinson went down in damn near Thanksgiving, and he had an opportunity to step in and what did he start? Like over 50 games this year? He started a lot of games this year. So he got put in a position where we could really see what he looks like with extended minutes. I'm just saying that, like, you know, we can't even we don't even IQ had his best year last year, right? 15 points off the game. He was like a top 3 candidate for six man of the year, right? So he had an amazing year last year. Came back this year, was playing well. I know that we took a hit defensively, and he wasn't the greatest, right? So you had to sacrifice him to get a guy like OG. But I mean, to flat out answer your question, I think long term, IQ would be more valuable than a Hartenstein. I just feel like we could go find another Hartenstein. You can't go find a bunch of guys like IQ. You can't. A guy like the Tyrese Maxey, a guy like, you know what I'm saying? And I know Maxey is a better player, but I'm just saying those type of guys, you know, specifically them guards coming out of Kentucky, right? You don't miss. Very rarely do you miss with them guys coming out of Kentucky. So I don't know. I would much rather have a guy that could score it, a guy that is another ball handler. I would much rather him than Hartenstein. We got 2 first-round picks. I think we could find another Hartenstein.
You know what? You know me, Flea. I love that question Fabian just asked.
Yeah.
Right? That you know, that's my repertoire.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I think they both kind of might have played equally. Was just as important, because last year Quickly really stepped up. This year Hartenstein really stepped up, but they both didn't step up when the time was needed. Last year in the playoffs, Quickly wasn't as good as he was during the season, and then Hartenstein, them games against Philadelphia and then the Indiana, like I said, Game 7 at home, those games you got to win. So I think it's a fair question. And Flea, I'm gonna be honest. I think you could find a Quickly just as much you could find Hartenstein.
I don't think so.
No, but let me say this. I never liked the comparison of Quickly being almost or just as good as Maxey. I don't even think that's close. I think that's not fair to Quickly.
Now.
But I never thought that, though. I never thought that. I think Quickly is whatever class Maxey is, that level of scoring at that position, all the guards that's like that, I don't think Quickly he's a tier under, or maybe a tier and a half under that. I don't see him being able to do that. Remember, Maxey, all right, let me ask y'all a question. Do you see Quickly being able to be the number 1 option on a team, let's just say for 20 games, and come out victorious and have a good percentage, maybe going 12-8? 10-10?
Could you be a good team with Quickly being your number 1 option? I don't think so. Could you be a good team with Maxey right now being your number 1 option? I do not think so. I don't think you could be a good team with Tyrese Maxey currently being your number 1 guy. Who's your second guy next to him, not named Embiid? So who's your second guy next to Maxey, and you are a 500 team? Let's say you over 500.
Hold on. So I'll concede that point. I'll concede that, right? But now let's make him the second best player on the team.
Okay, second best at currently speaking.
Which
right now, if your second best player is Tyrese Maxey, it's a step over IQ. I don't have no argument with that. I'm just saying, coming out of Kentucky, those two guys together in the backcourt, when they was together, they were the same tier coming out, drafted around the same time. And then Maxey said, pew, you know what I'm saying? He just was that much better. So no, I'm not arguing that. I just don't think that right now Maxey is at the space where he can be a number one guy and they be a halfway decent team.
So there's a lot that comes with that. By the way, Hartenstein played just under 50 games, 49 games. He started just under 50 games. He started 49 games. And the reason why
I was talking about Kentucky guards. I know Kevin Knox was trash. We're clear on that. I saw the comment. I was talking about Kentucky guards. So I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all, but I was talking about the guards, y'all.
I should have wrote it down. I like writing down points when you say it, because the point that you made, it was a point that you made that I forgot, but I was trying to equate the value, because it's like in a Tibbs lineup, I think Hartenstein is more irreplaceable than an IQ, because it's Tibbs don't play. Bro, when he doesn't like your style, he wants you out of here. He wants you out of here. And IQ, he went through all of that. He went through all the rigmarole and everything, all the challenges of being a Tibbs guy at the point guard, at the guard position, which is probably, I want to say, harder to do, because a lot more is asked of you. You got to be a Maxey kind of scorer, Brunson kind of scorer to survive in his style of offense. But the front court, we've seen him make Achua, Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson, Randall, countless amount of guys, Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson, keep going down the line. Countless amount of guys that he can turn you into something if you're willing to, and it feels like it's a dime a dozen. It feels like if you buy in, it's over, because you're big, you're strong, you're mobile, you can pass the ball. Tibbs can figure you out more if you're Hartenstein, and it will be harder to find, I think, an IQ in the Tibbs system, regardless. So I only asked that to get to a point where it's like, damn, maybe you guys are right. Maybe it is easier to find the Hartenstein, even though he might be more valuable for a Tibbs guy. The Hartenstein guy is out there for him.
Well, let me ask OG this question. If that is the case, let's say we do it, OG. Let's say we break the bank, and let's say we do 80 for 4 years, right? And he's making $20 million for the next 4 years, Hartenstein. Would you be okay with him coming off the bench playing behind Mitchell, being paid more money than Mitch? What do you do? What do you do in that situation? How do you if you're Tibbs, if you're Leon, if you in the front office, you part of that brat, how do you navigate that? Because I don't know. That's my thing. If I'm gonna pay the dude, guess what? And I'm gonna leave it to you. I want to hear what you got to say. If we do say, hey, we're gonna pay him $25 million, make him $100 million man. How do we justify paying him that and not starting him? At that point, you got to start him over Mitchell Robinson. Now, how do we feel about that? So that's my question to you.
That's a great question. Now, at 25, he has to start. There's no way in the world you're coming off the bench at 25. But I think at 20, if he's backing up Mitch, he can still play starter minutes. But this is Flea. This is what we've been talking about for this last couple of weeks. We have some problems at hand.
Yeah,
they're not detrimental. They're great problems to have, because usually with our Knicks, our problems are so out of control to where it's like we can't climb out of it or come back. But we have problems. We have guys that has had a career season, and now we got to pay him. And now we're stuck with, do we overpay him? Do we try to undercut him? It's a weird space, but we have to be honest. He cannot get 25. So to answer your question, 25, he would have to start. 20, he still got to come behind Mitch, but he can still play starter minutes. You get what I'm saying?
No, I'm following.
But this is a problem that we have, and you can't knock a guy for wanting to go get the money.
No,
get all the money
not, because he may not never get another opportunity like this.
Exactly. Prime example, Bruce Brown. You can't knock a guy from going to get the money, but understand what you're doing when you do that.
Yeah.
So for me,
Indiana moved him before the All-Star. How fast? I mean, What deal was he a part of for Siakam? Right, he was the part of the Siakam deal.
Yeah.
They got him out of there quickly.
Yeah.
So
So I mean, great question. You know, the front office, Tibbs. Listen, they got to figure this thing out to keep everybody happy. Because, you know, for me, I think Mitchell Robinson is our starting center.
if we slightly overpay Hartenstein, Fabian, are you okay with a high dollar guy coming off the bench as opposed to starting over Mitch?
I think like we got to do what works. We can't like we just can't overlook that. That's the thing I'm tired of. Like we seen with Carlisle, you didn't play TJ McConnell enough. With to me with Tibbs, I have my criticism with the minutes. Spoelstra does what works. He sees what doesn't work and he eliminates it. I'm not doing that again. So if it takes a high price guy to come off the bench, like remember, that's what's hurting the Timberwolves with Gobert. You might not have made the finals because you didn't bench his ass. Let's be real about it. When we're talking about a 4-time defensive player, yeah, all that's nice and all. That's why we don't argue that. At a certain point, we go, what do those shiny things mean when it's time for the grit and the grind? Cat, number 1 overall pick, $50 million. What does that mean when we hate the way you play? We hated the way Julius Randle played. Now he's starting to earn that contract for us because we've been rooting for you for this long. You booed us, we booed you back, whatever the case may be. Like, you do what works. I don't care about this high price. Like that, all that to me is crazy. And let's not forget, Mitchell Robinson is on a trading block as well. Great point. Let me go back to that. Mitchell, yeah, thanks, nostalgic Nick. Mitchell Robinson is on a trading block. So maybe you could fetch something for his contract or his situation.
I mean, at this point, I'm okay with trading Mitch. If we're talking about paying Hartenstein a substantial amount of money, giving him that type of deal, if that's how we feel, then we need to start thinking about moving Mitch and finding Hartenstein's backup. Wow. Or what do we, that's got to be the thoughts now, because Mitch has proven that he can't make it through a season. He's proven that, and I'm tired of people overlooking that. When he is out there 100% healthy, ready to rock and roll, he plays amazing for us. But far too many times we find ourselves not in the position that we can be in because of Mitchell Robinson.
Wow. So you just threw me for a loop with that. See, my thing is, listen, we gotta, like with the big man position, we cannot have two bigs that are both limited offensively. We are not going to win a championship like that. So, like you said, Fleet, whatever we do, one of these big men got to at least have some type of offense. Mm-hmm. We can't have one guy that don't do no offense, and then another guy who's hesitant, like a Hartenstein, where one game he'll give you 15, and then the next 4 games, you lucky to get 6 out of him because he's not even looking at the rim. And like what Fabian said, a la Minnesota, you got a guy like Rudy Gobert, where it's like, on offense, it's 4 on 5. You're not even a threat. So we can overplay, we can over defend, we could. So I get what y'all saying. I like Mitchell Robinson more than Hartenstein, but Fabian, I agree. Both of y'all agree, but what Fabian said was totally correct. We got to do what we got to do to win. We got to do what works. Whatever it takes for us to be champions and become title contenders, we got to do it, no matter what that is. If it's getting rid of guys, if it's not overpaying guys, if it's overpaying guys, we got to do what we got to do.
Slippery slope, y'all. Slippery slope. Y'all know how slippery it could get. Pause.
Real quick, I was trying to look up the Bogdanovich stuff. All ball. I know we talked about it earlier. He's they say that he's in danger of being cut. And I hate the way they phrase stuff, but y'all accuse us of clickbaiting, but we just want to create conversation. Y'all don't even know where I got that from. That I can't even say where I got that from. The Knicks $39 million vet in danger of being cut. Insider. The Knicks are looking to keep the momentum going from their impressive NBA playoff run, but this also comes with difficult decisions with key players like OG and Anunoby, Isaiah Hartenstein hitting free agency. Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus noted that the Knicks would waive Bojan Bogdanović in the coming months. With the Pistons, he played with the Pistons. The Knicks may decide Bogdanović is too expensive and may waive him for financial flexibility. 2024 NBA free agency ranking the top 30 stars. Okay, yeah. So
but you skip some up there, Fabian, which is important, I think, brother. and I'm
What's
not.
that?
I didn't mean to say that to you, but they said trading him may be better if I read that right.
No, well, the
In
Knicks.
this, but though trading
Oh,
him instead
trading
may
him
make more
instead may make more
sense.
sense. Because then somebody else could. Good point.
Like
Thanks for the
why,
catch.
why not? Okay, we get rid of him, get something back that can be a part of a piece, something that we build with going forward. He was good for us before he got hurt,
Yeah,
right? You know what I'm saying?
that's
When
a fact.
he came in the game, he played well for us. He did what we expected from him.
Yeah,
Nothing more, nothing less.
He provided that bench scoring that we needed. He provided that. It took a little time, but he clicked right on time. He was guaranteed off the bench 3-4 threes.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he get those in one quarter. Now, of course, he's a super liability on defense, but that firepower, that scoring that we need off the bench, he provided that. So I agree with you, Flea. If we going to do something, trade him to get some form because he can definitely help a team. You always need those guys on a roster.
And I like his attitude. I like when he was healthy. Again, he had surgery. He was under the knife. 2 surgeries: the wrist and the ankle and the foot. He's 35 years old, so it's tough for him. I'm trying to look up his contract. Why you guys make it so complicated? I know he's supposed to be making I think it was 19 million, right? 19 million, and then he's a free agent. So this season is his last season in the contract, and that's why it's so valuable because you can cut him now for the 2 and I think pay $2 million, but you don't want to, I guess, carry that on into the next season and then it hits the salary cap at a certain point, if I'm not mistaken. But $19 million on the last, what's that called? When it's the last year of a contract? Whatever that's called. Yeah, whatever that's called is just, that it's valuable. It's more valuable than having 2 years left or 3 years left, right? So another team is willing to trade for him and cut him. But I think the Knicks, they're worried about all these financial constraints. And I mean, maybe you guys can help me with that too. What the hell are we worried about? Like, I really believe they're going to be worth $10 billion in the next 4 or 5 years, especially at this rate. And then for Jalen Brunson to say, Hartenstein's going to break the bank. Come on now. That's straight out of, that sounds like Leon Rose and him saying that. That's what that sounds like to me. Like, yo, he's going to make a lot of money, bro. That's just, you got to take less or not you have to, but La Cosa Rosa is letting him know, bro, this is what it is. And we could either go this way or that way. If you make too much, we can't pay for the guys that we need around you. Because Brunson, you still have your flaws, but the bogey is there to open up the floor for you. Maybe replace him, but we would have to replace him via trade, like you saying, Flea. I'm sorry. Rebuild New York, expiring contract. Thank you.
Yeah, the easiest. We couldn't call that. Right. Yeah. No. I just think that we have to continue to build the culture that we build it, and don't deviate from it because something looks shiny. Like there's rules and regulations on how we got to operate. Like, you want to go into the luxury tax? Like, you want to start getting into a position where we make Dolan spend all this money, right? Make him spend all this money.
Not for me. It's not make you spend all your money. You can't tell another man what to do with your bread. But it's like, this ain't OKC. We got to start acting like what we are. This is big New York, bro. We got to start let our nuts hang, man.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Enough is enough, bro. Like, we're from New York. Yo, this crowd, we're not like this for no reason. We pumped you up throughout the losing. We made you the most valuable franchise in the NBA at times. Knock it off. You telling me that it costs this much for these guys? Hey, if it makes sense again, if we're talking, look what happened in January. That was not false. We were doing that when we made Kevin Knox and Frank Ntilikina household names in Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island. That's what we do.
Frankie Nicotine.
Now we got a great product. Like, I was thinking about this earlier. I don't want to disrespect my Dominican fan hood over here, but Felipe Lopez, right, had all the hype in the world. And that was kind of like Jeremy Lin before Jeremy Lin in New York City. No disrespect. Because the guy they overlooked was the real phenom, Marbury, out of Coney Island. Imagine if he had that real hype behind him and the machine behind him. He would have made even more bread. So that's the mistake I don't want the Knicks to make. We have the right thing. Put the money behind this. Don't put it behind all these bum ass dudes that we had the last 20 years. That's crazy to me. Let's do this. We have it right here. We've never been closer to a chip in 20 years.
In the longest time. I agree.
That's a great point, but I always have to play devil's advocate. A lot of our guys is injury prone, so I get the caution. I get not paying everybody, and we got to be careful because Hartenstein, he gets a little knickknacks. OG, we already know what that is. Remember, we have to secure our guy Brunson, who, remember, he's flopping all over the place, getting thrown around, taking charges. So, yeah, we New York, but we got to be careful. We just happen to have Mitch, Randall, Hartenstein, OG. All those guys, well, Hartenstein not as much as those three, are injury prone. And they get injured at the wrong time for the last couple years. So I get why, there's a lot of hesitance on our part. Because once again, yeah, it makes sense. But you know what don't make sense? We pay everybody, we run it back, and all these guys throughout the season start getting injured, and then now we in the playoffs with the same problem. We have a minor problem, fellas. Mm-hmm. And I'm at a standstill where it's like, yeah, I want to pay OG. I want to pay Hartenstein. I want Mitch. But it's like, I want Randall. But what's going to happen when we got that stretch to where we in the playoffs and now we in the play? Are y'all guys going to be there? Are we going to have to rely on Brunson again all season? Are we going to have to rely on DiVincenzo playing like he Ray Allen? Are we going to have to rely on Josh Hart literally being Dennis Rodman? No, we can't rely on that for another whole season. We'll wind up in the play-in. So, I me, I'm a panicker. Y'all know me. We got some things to figure out, fellas, so I understand.
They valid concerns, though. Yeah, they valid concerns.
That's why I don't want to overpay nobody because the concerns are real. Like I said, if we went through the season fully healthy and we lost Game 7 on a buzzer beater and all our guys was there and it was a tough matchup, then all bets is off. Let's go.
It doesn't make us feel any better that they go to the next round and get dumped. They got to the next round and didn't win a game. Indiana got to the next round and didn't win a game. Didn't win a game. So I feel you. I feel you, OG. Trust me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm beating a dead horse. You guys let me know to move on. But Dolan's been doubling down and trying to figure this thing out. I gotta give him his credit. He tried with Phil Jackson. This thing with Leon Rose, at the end of the day, it was a risk. A lot of people were doubting it because he's an agent being the general manager, but it has worked. It has worked. Your job as the owner is to go, let me continue to sponsor this. Let me continue to pump the confidence in the fan base throughout the whole New York City and pay you guys back a little bit. And not out of this, it's not the spiritual side or anything like that. That's how, to me, that's how money works. You like if it's a big budget movie, or a movie with Denzel and all these other guys with the stars, you guarantee that's going to make $500 million because you put the marketing behind it. Part of the marketing is saying, yo, this is the spirit of the team that we want. We captured it, we found it, and it's our job to let you guys know what we've done the last 20 years is no longer here anymore. We're promoting this is the brand now. That old style of the New York Knicks, you can no longer talk about that because this is what we're pushing. So I just look what, like, again, Brunson has sacrificed for the other guys that get paid. That's major. That's major. Like Dolan can't do that. Dolan can't act like Brunson. Your star player said, I'm taking less money for you to make a move. Like, I just can't. I know I'm wishing for it and I'm being more hopeful about it. And I'm being more crazy about it because at the end of the day, for Brunson to say those words, yo, Hartenstein's going to break the bank, it sounds like Leon Rose is telling him, yo, I already got the word. Our budget is this. You can't really argue with the owner telling you this is our budget. So I understand that. I just think in this case, if you're asking me, you want him to break the bank and pay the luxury tax and all that? Yeah, Golden State did that. Golden State did that. And I believe we are on the verge of being Golden State. That's my opinion. My lunatic, bipolar, crazy opinion, Flea. I don't care what you think.
I listen. This time I might be with you jumping out the window. We might be hand in hand just jumping out the window. Yeah, I might be with you. It's all right. You might not be by yourself, Ralph.
To the moon.
I'll say this, and we can move on. Brunson's going to win his bag at some point. Brunson is going to want his bag at some point. We can leave it at that. At some point, he's going to want to get paid the way he's supposed to. So,
1,000,000%. I'm trying to find what we talked about earlier. Josh Hart. I mean, keep talking. I'm gonna look for that link real quick.
Well, I mean, yeah, Fleet, what you said. I mean, he's gonna when he gets it, he's gonna deserve it, and I'm pretty sure. You know, we not gonna have no problem paying him, because you got to remember, man, these guys is young. So let's say sign an extension. I'm pretty sure after that he's gonna be able to get another contract.
mm-hmm.
So but that's the mindset you want your leader and your best player to have. This is why Tom Brady was so successful, because the money gonna be there. When you great, listen, you taking instead of 200, take 185. To us that's a big difference, but you can make that up with all type of other ways. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, do you want to be great? Do you want to win?
Brunson,
some guys don't care about that. Like Brunson, I'm pretty sure he wants to bring a title to New York.
Yeah. Brunson looks like a guy that we're going to, have a long-term relationship with. I don't see us losing him in free agency, or, I don't see us potentially trading him, right? Like I told y'all, for the last 10 years, we've had a different starting point guard every year, right? This is the first time we've actually had 2 consecutive years where we've started the same point guard, right? So I think we found, one of the pieces to go forward with, and we just got to do what we got to do.
So I believe I found the clip. Please, you guys let me know, All Ball Flea, if you can hear it, because I'm having technical difficulties, but you guys said that you were able to hear it on your side.
Yeah.
So I'll play off you, or for y'all. This is Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart speaking on what you were saying, Flea, earlier today. Sick and tired of the excuses being echoed about being tired and the injuries and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Drink wine, watch games.
You guys hear it?
Play with my kids, my dogs.
You actually watch the games?
Yeah, I watch the games. Because
I think. Go ahead.
I feel like last year I didn't really watch them until towards the end, because I was like damn, like we should have been there. Like we should have been moved on. We should have kept playing. This year, I'm not sure for you, but for me, it felt different, because like me personally just left.
This was totally different.
Yeah, like
than last year.
We left everything out there. How the season kind of ended. Half of it wasn't in our control, with obviously guys getting hurt, guys going down. So it was one of those things where it was like we kind of made the best out of the situation that we were kind of dealt, and I can live with that. The other one, I was just like, I thought about Miami all summer. Now I'm like,
I mean, you live there, so
yeah. But I was thinking about like Spo, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry. Like that's all I thought about last summer. Now I'm like
thinking about
whatever.
a couple of grown men all summer, huh?
That's all I was thinking about. So now I'm just like, it is what it is. Let me drink my wine, play golf, and then, get ready. Hopefully everyone's fully healthy to start the season.
The one thing I hated the most, even though like we were playing well, we were winning, we were up 2-0, then up 3-2. Whenever we lost, like everyone was like, "Oh, they're tired," or their injuries or anything. Like honestly, that kind of like pissed me off, because I mean, yeah, we don't have a full team, but like we don't want to use that. Like I don't want the narrative of being like, "Oh, they're hurt, so like let's give them a pass." Like no, like we had chances to win that series and didn't. We had chances to go up 3-0 and we didn't. Like I just hate the fact that sometimes people give us the fact that we were injured or like injuries happen. Yeah, they're part of the game, but like that's not the reason why we lost. We had a chance to win. Like we were winning with those injuries. Like I don't know. It kind of. I just hate the narrative. I hate the narrative. I know that you don't really give a shit, but I
was
hate
because
the
like
You can stop it. You can
you're
stop
like
it.
we were
I
winning
hate
with
the
the injuries.
narrative.
I'm like,
Yeah. So I love that mindset from Brunson. No excuses. And my brothers, we was up here saying the same thing as the series was being played. We were supposed to sweep them. Worst case scenario, 4-1. Or for one lucky shot, turn the whole series around. And I agree with what Brunson is saying. Don't make the narrative. Don't give us no excuses because we was banged up all season and we was a 2 seed. Give us our props. But I kind of wonder sometimes, and I would love to ask him or any professional that plays at that level, how difficult is it to play with a nagging injury? Like when you see a guy roll his ankle, tie his sneaker up, and still play, like how does that change your mindset, your basketball game? Is it a big difference? But I understand where Brunson is coming from. Like I said, I told you, I don't think guys was tired. Guys is young. You prepare your body mentally, physically for this. Like I said, it ain't like they 35, 36, 37. It ain't like they've been in the league 15 plus years, a la, Braun, KD, Curry, and them guys. I just feel like we might have got ahead of ourselves and underestimated McConnell and them guys because it was too many times we let them off the hook. But I love that mindset from Brunson where it's like, yo, nah, keep the same energy. Don't give us no excuse and stop spinning that narrative that we're tired because y'all know what that means. Tibbs is running them in the ground. That's what everybody tries to say. And to me, once again, I think that's another way for the media and whoever else to try to keep players away from New York. Because who will want to go to a place if all you keep hearing is the coach run players in the ground? And then it just so happened everybody gets injured. Oh, now they tired, now this and that. So I think that's Brunson standing up for his coach, just like Hart did a week or so ago, but doing it indirectly. So big shout out to our guys, man. Man, listen, Hart, Brunson, DiVincenzo, I'm being honest. I think those three is the core of the Knicks. And we need to figure out that's our Clay, Steph, and Draymond. And we need to figure out to build around them guys the right team. If this is what it is now, keep everybody healthy. And I think we'll win a championship.
What you think, Flea?
I think that there's a difference between the truth, facts, and narrative. I think that you could start spinning a narrative of being tired and why we fell short and all that kind of stuff. But I think the truth and the fact is that we didn't have our complete roster. I don't think that you can make that up or create a narrative that makes people think a certain way, right? You go back in history, so many different series, so many different finals, so many different playoffs. The outcomes are different because of guys not being healthy. It just is what it is. And that's not a narrative. That's not something that we can make up. The outcome would be different if X player was playing, right? It just is what it just is what it is. And so I agree with OG. I love the mindset. I love how Jalen Brunson is approaching that. I love how that shows leadership, right? That shows that, hey, we're not gonna buy into anything that any of the talking heads, anybody like us, we're not gonna buy into any of that. We were in solid position to win that series, and we didn't. Like he said, they were up 2-0 and they were up 3-2, right? We were in complete control of that series without our complete roster. So yes, you cannot make any excuses, but I promise you this: if we do make it to the next round and we are without Jalen Brunson and we do get swept like the Indiana Pacers did, the fact would be we were missing our starting point guard, we were missing our starting power forward, we were missing our starting small forward. How are we going to get it done? So I just wanted to be clear that there's a difference between the truth and the facts and the narrative.
I spoke about this morning. 7 a.m. Knicks Rehab. We doing big things out here, by the way. 7 a.m. Knicks Rehab. Big things. Everything you guys are saying is correct, right? They were injured. We could have made that excuse, like what two or Ball saying. He's not making the excuse, but it's just the reality of things. It's like I always compare everything to wrestling, Flea. It is the wrestling world, because the reality is we were injured. But if you're Jalen Brunson and you're sitting here, oh, but we're injured, I think thoughts like that can creep into players, and y'all would, definitely chime in with this. Anybody in life, when just anything that's challenging to you and these thoughts are presented to you and you present them to yourself, that's different than somebody else presenting it to yourself. And I think, people, I hate to compare things to a pimp, but what I always say, Flea, pimps don't answer your question. Yeah, get out of here. Almost stay out for a second. It is, you gotta have that mentality, because they won't answer your question. You ask them a question, don't do that.
What kind of show you running over here, man?
We're running the greatest show alive.
You might be the only pimp with a YouTube page. Yo, please. This man is crazy, man.
But think about it. Like, that's the one thing you learn from all the listen, man, all the books and everything. It's funny, but think about what if you ever ask.
Dude name is Raimundo, so he gotta be a pimp. Nigga name is Raimundo.
You see the curls, baby.
Yo, man, go ahead, man.
When you ask them a question, right? They never answer your question. They'll repeat the question and act like they asked it themselves, because they want to be in control. So for me, Jalen Brunson, he's kind of pimping out there, because as a leader,
what?
As a leader,
yo, Flea, man, listen. I listen. I don't know what type of show we running today.
Yo, nah. This is sleep deprivation. This is sleep deprivation. This gotta
man. You gotta mac the audience, man. You gotta be able to do that with your team, be a leader, because when they think about it, when you're presented with doubt, that's a doubt. Yo, if you got all the excuses in the world to give up. You got all the reason to say, I'm gonna pack it in. I got my hand is injured, my foot is injured. He has the resilience of just being in control. And he's saying, this is how you deal with any sort of questioning. This is how you deal with any sort of challenge. I don't care who's out there. Look, listen to what he said exactly. Game 3, we could have won. We were still up. And I forgot about that. The game 3 part, you can spell it out. Nemhard hit the game winning 3. Okay, he said, yeah, we were also up 3-2 at the Garden.
Right.
Well, in Indiana. No, it was Indiana.
Indy, up 3-2.
And we got smoked. So he's saying, bro, we didn't show up in Indiana. Listen to what he's saying in between that. Yo, job's not finished. It's all Mamba mentality. He's just not loud. He may not have, Kobe's personality that's like, stoic, and he's kind of like Kobe, like he doesn't play. Brunson's a little more playful, his personality, but he's saying it. He's thinking it. He's not faltering to all that. So I agree with his approach to the facts, Flea. Yeah, this is the reality. But a lot of times, reality and what's in front of us, this is exactly what it can do to the average player. This is what turns into an average guy. Jalen Brunson had every reason to be just like every other 6'4", 6'1" guard out there that everyone claims is not a 1A. They're the reasons why they're considering him not a 1A. He's showing you why this is why I'm a 1A. I don't care what's in front of me. This is what I do. So that's why I compared it to the former statement, because I just love seeing leaders and winners. I just love seeing the mentality behind the glory, even before it happens.
I mean, great point. I just, for me, I'm a big Brunson fan, and like I said, man, I've been saying it all season. He changed basketball this year. He changed the culture of the sport. I got people with New Orleans say Brunson is one of their favorite guys. So for me, I just love that we got a leader that takes accountability, takes responsibility, and he doesn't make no excuses. So, big shout out to Brunson and Flea. I just pray and hope that this guy retires as a Knick.
Yeah, that would be special.
Yeah.
That would be special. There's nowhere else you're going to find Jalen Brunson being compared to a pimp on YouTube and Knicks talk. You're not going to find it nowhere else but Knicks Rehab, y'all. Please stay plugged in with us. You're not going to find it anywhere else.
Listen, they kind of agree in there. You kind of do got
and when Fish agree with you, that's when you know you up. When Fish is agreeing with you, that's when you know, like, okay.
Yo, man.
Oh no, he said you kind of do got to slick talk or strong arm pimp your teammates as a leader to get them to the finish line. Yo.
I'm telling you, when Fish agrees with you, you good.
That's why I mess with Fish, man. He gets me.
Oh,
he gets me, man. Bomb, you guys are awesome. Rodolfo is one of the top 5 names I've ever heard in my life. I just like saying the name Rodolfo. Rodolfo sounds like he gets money. Rodolfo? You ever made a dude named Rodolfo? You can't even not like it sounds foreign.
Irizarry? Did I say that right? Irizarry?
Irizarry. Roberto Mendez. I don't know if you're new to the channel, but I see a Jets logo. I'm not a big Jets fan. My favorite quarterback was Dan Marino, so it kind of hurt. But I loved seeing him do the fake spike, legendary on y'all. Because y'all history is worse than the Knicks. The Jets are dirt out here. Oh my God. Wish y'all the best, though. You guys got the one up with Aaron Rodgers this year. Wish you guys the best.
We shall see.
Baby Powder Brunson.
Baby Powder
crazy out
Brunson. Yo. Yeah, Thrilly, yo, Baby Powder Brunson.
You know what I was thinking? You gotta do the edit where you gotta put Brunson face on. What was my guy? I'm gonna get you, sucker. He had the fish in his shoes.
Oh my God.
What was my man name?
I forget the dude name. Somebody gonna drop it in the comments.
Yo, I'm gonna get you, sucker was one of those movies. The first time I watched it, I'm like, man, get this shit out of here. That was like Anchorman. The first time I saw it, I'm like, get out of here. Then the second time I saw it, this is genius.
What you said,
and yo, hold on,
that was fire, but Belly was trash. I heard you say
Belly was trash. Garbage.
I heard you say Belly was trash.
Tell me you'd rather watch Belly than I'm gonna get you, sucker. Please tell me that.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you know what's crazy now? Like, I'm a movie fanatic. When you watch a lot of movies now, a lot of these shits is trash. I'm just
a lot of them. A lot of them.
Like, look, I'll make y'all laugh. When you try to listen to Busta Rhymes music now, it's like, how did he get away with that?
Whoa.
Woo-ha, I got you all in check. Get out of here.
You gotta relax, OG. Hold on.
You could play one Busta Rhymes song today that's Put Your Hands on My Eyes to See. Everything else sounds dirt. That's a fact.
Busta got a hit or part of it.
The Big Bang Theory, that album. There's shit on there that you like.
Listen, he had a song named Woo-Ha.
Nah, chill out, man. And it was fire. Nobody can get away with that. You gotta stop, man. Remember,
crazy? Why are we
he's going crazy, Flea. Hold on, see? Hold on. Wait. I said Belly is trash, right? Belly is trash. You can't say Busta Rhymes is trash. He ain't Belly. He ain't the Belly of rappers.
No. First of all, Belly wasn't trash. You gotta have.
You know who the Belly of rappers?
Here you go.
I'm being real. Eminem is type dirt.
Yo, we got in a whole different bag.
Y'all heard his new song?
I don't like it.
Exactly.
I liked it up until the hook.
I don't like it. I'm cool.
Thank you, Flea.
I'm
Come on,
cool.
man.
Listen.
I'm cool. I'm
The
cool.
thing with Eminem for me is, at some point he was hot, and at a certain point it was like, bro, this is gimmicky nonsense. You guys got to stop. This is nonsense. What is he talking about? He can't kill his mom anymore. He can't flill his mom. I'm sorry, I can't say that. Can't flill his mom anymore. So it was. But at some point, Stan is undeniable. What was that? I am whatever you say I am. Undeniable. He has
a lot of good. He has a lot of great music, but now,
no, wait. Hold on, Flea. Don't take my words. A lot of great that's where the mark is. No.
He has
Some.
plenty. He has plenty.
No, he got like 3 classic songs, and Stan is a part of the culture. You say Stan now. Eminem made his mark.
Marshall Mathers LP, you can go back and listen to it. Like, that's an album that you could go back, sit down, and listen to. Now, it ain't for everybody. Like, OG is shaking his head, like, nah, I'm cool. I get, but that's an album. If you rock with music, you can listen to that straight.
I'm gonna be real. A lot of these dudes, 20-year careers, they don't have 10 fire songs. Yeah, their albums might have sold 100 million, but if you go and try to give me 10 fire songs, Eminem might got 5. All that other shit, ain't nobody listening to that, bro.
He got a joint with Sticky Fingers that was fire. On a Marshall Mathers LP got like 6, 7 joints.
Nigga, suck this
You don't like Sticky?
Fingers.
You don't like Sticky? That's crazy. That's crazy.
It says Sticky Fingers. He sucked his teeth.
Jacking for beats? You don't like Sticky Fingers? Wow. All right.
Y'all don't understand how funny that is. He said Sticky Fingers.
He did. And
Yo, come on, man. Yo,
thank you, bitch. Thank you.
So Nicki ain't nice? Big Queens all day. Literally.
Number a little one. Big Queens.
Yo, we out of here, man.
I didn't even know Eminem had a song with Sticky Fingers. That's what I'm saying. Like, how?
Yo,
get us out of here.
Said Sticky Fingers' name sucked his teeth.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Get us out of here, man. Come on, man.
Onyx's first album, it might be classic. Back to the second album. Throw Your Guns in the Air. Hey, yo, I'm Sticky. I mean it. Wow.
I'm a Lost Boys kid. Y'all.
Hold on. No, chill, Fleet. God, if you know a Sticky Fingers verse,
I don't know the whole thing.
I ain't got it for you.
Sticky was good. He was nice.
I ain't got it for you. I got a lot of, I can spit a couple Mr. Cheeks verses. Like I said, Lost Boys.
Lost Boys is better than Onyx to me.
There's no question. It's not even a question.
Yeah, they got smashes. I'm sorry. Eminem was nice, man. He was.
All right.
Now he's been garbage for 15 years.
The disrespect to Busta was wild, OG.
Oh yeah, let's not overlook that. He thought he was slick. Yeah.
You got woo-ha?
Yo, listen, Busta Rhymes music today you cannot play.
Untrue. You crazy.
Nah,
okay. You forget that he was on Chris Brown joint.
Nah, like that was fire.
Nigga, that's Chris Brown. Wait, no. Hold on.
Who made the song?
Hold on.
That verse right there, people go in the mirror and see if they could have the I don't even want the breath to get through that whole, like, that's a challenge. Like, people, well, come on, G, what we doing?
Busta Rhymes got away with murder because of the time it was. Right now, you can still play Nas music, Hove music, Big. Like right now, Ready After Die still sounds good. Go ahead and play Woo High if you want to.
I played it the other day.
Play it
now.
Yo,
the remix with ODB. Yo. When I check it when they play, you know that correct.
I got you all in check.
Stop. Oh boy, yo. What? And you know why Flea hates you? You know why he hates it? He was probably going crazy, going down one Lennox and
90s?
Yeah.
The mid to late 90s?
Yo, we play one Busta Rhymes song our whole life, and that's Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. That's just a fact.
This motherhood stole
I couldn't get past how he dressed.
The joint with Janet is fire.
Nah, I never liked that song.
I didn't ask you if you liked it. It was fire.
It was cool. It was cool.
Get us out of here, man.
Listen, man. Favorite perspective. Belly is trash. Busta is not. Eminem has been dirt, overrated. I agree with that. Knicks Rehab. Are we live?
Big Flea, never the little one, and I never want to see you on Linden Boulevard. Ever. I never want to see you on Linden Boulevard. Thank you, Thrilly.
That was different. Joy Mariah was fire.
Fire.
Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know what? Yo, he's crazy.
He's going.
That ain't no
He's
Eminem.
crazy.
Yeah, nah.
He's insane.
Busta got hits. All ball wears busted Air Force One, so his credibility is gone. That's crazy because you from uptown. Knicks Rehab, y'all. all ball TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.